How's everybody doing? I'm Dino, this is Andy, and this is the Hella Dope Show, where we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So Andy, let these people know what we're going to be discussing.
Alright, so today what we're going to be discussing is, first off, the Telltale's Batman game.
Yes, sir.
Long line of Telltale Games so far so good.
Mm-hmm.
Dino's going to be reviewing that in just a moment. Next, we have No Man's Sky, a big crowd pleaser that just recently came out at the beginning of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And also next is going to be Final Fantasy 15, long awaited for a lot of JRPG fans.
That's right. We're also going to be talking about Rockstar's new game. Rumors now, but we are going to be discussing that.
Yeah, it's all teasers right now.
All teasers, all speculation. Well, let's talk about the Telltale Batman game.
Alright.
Now, tell me what you know about the Telltale games.
So far, Telltale Games, it's just pretty much like an action comic book. That's how I see it. That's pretty much what it is.
It's like it's a choose your own adventure game. Like, and I will put game in quotation marks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've played like before they got mainstream. Like I was playing before Walking Dead. They had Back to the Future and Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So like, and the fact is, because I did play Back to the Future and played Walking Dead, like the differences between those two games, it became more of a choose your own adventure. Your decisions kind of matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ending is the same, but it's how you get to the ending, which kind of differs.
Yeah, definitely, I get it.
Right. And another thing with Telltale is because there had been so many of these games. We had Walking Dead.
Walking Dead
Season 2. We had Wolf Among Us.
Yep.
We had Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Borderlands, Minecraft. But by the time Minecraft came out, bro, I'm so sick of these fucking games.
I never decided to even try with Minecraft. That's like the only main two that really caught my attention was definitely The Walking Dead, season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, chapters 1 and 2, I believe, and then also The Wolf Among Us.
Wolf Among Us was probably like my second favorite out of those games. I did play Game of Thrones just because I love me some Game of Thrones, which it wasn't bad. It wasn't. But when I heard Batman, they were doing a Batman one. I got re-excited again. Re-excited because I was excited for these Telltale games, and then because there were so many of them, I just kind of lost interest.
Relit that spark in you.
It did. and you know how much like a fan I am of Batman, so I'm like, this is gonna be great. So talking about the Telltale Batman game, a lot of things I liked about this game. One, it's more about Bruce Wayne. There's still Batman elements, of course. You can't have a Batman game without Batman. But it's really about Bruce Wayne, and it's like early on Bruce Wayne Batman. It's him just trying to discover who he is and what kind of hero he wants to be.
So like the prologue, in a sense.
So the episode 1, you know how it is since you played like Walking Dead. The first episode is just introducing the players and the premise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really what episode 1 of Batman is too.
Okay.
And what I like about Batman's Telltale game also is that they're not like stealing like another Batman universe, or they're making their own story.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view.
Oh, so they're creating their own universe.
They're creating their own Batman. They're creating their own backstories. Like, not too spoilery, but you have the Penguin in it. And he's a younger guy. He's not the Penguin from the comics. He's more of he's Batman's or Bruce Wayne's old childhood friend.
So is it kind of like from the TV show Gotham?
He does remind me a lot,
right?
Like
the way it's sounding like, it sounds like it's going off the premise off of Gotham.
I feel like the Penguin from that game. I feel like it's probably inspired a lot more from the Gotham show.
Okay.
But I feel like the Penguin we have in the Batman Telltale game is a lot cooler. Like this guy, I feel like he's a badass. I wouldn't want to fuck with him.
All right.
The choices that you make early on really kind of affect how the first episode or how the episode is going to continue onwards.
Okay.
There's a scene, again, I don't want to be too spoilery with this, but there's a scene where Falcone, you know who Falcone is, the mobster in Batman, He comes to the Bruce Wayne's mansion, and you have like a choice whether to shake his hand or just kind of back away, and depending on what you do, because there's all these people watching him. Like how does it affect, and whether you shake his hand or you don't. I assume that's going to have a bigger impact later down the game. Things I don't like about this game, which is, for the most part, the game's okay. It's Telltale. It's what you expect. But I feel the action, which has always been the weakest part in these Telltale games, is still pretty weak in this game. Especially now with Batman, because Batman's supposed to be this fucking ass kicker, you know what I mean? And you still have like the button prompts come up, like press A or move this button or press RT, stuff like that. But whether you press those buttons or not, it really doesn't matter. Like the scene continues, nothing changes, nothing gets affected. You have like a little Batman meter. So if you do press those buttons, the Batman meter fills up. But like I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know what that does. But for a first Batman game, or for first Telltale's Batman game, for that first episode, it was good. Like I don't really have any complaints about it. And again, like Telltale is known for its like choose your own adventure type games. So if that's something that you're interested in, or you're interested in Batman, I say definitely pick this up. If
give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Okay. If you're a Telltale fan, you probably already got this game. Like let's be honest. But if the premise of Telltale is fascinating to you, but you're not a Batman fan, I would say like check out Walking Dead.
Play the previous games first before you jump into it.
Walking Dead is still probably the most popular out of all the Telltale games.
Yeah, I would say Walking Dead, the first chapter would be the introduction to Telltale Games, right. You know what I mean? It would be like the main introduction, because there was action, there was multiple choices that you can choose that would, ultimately lead to your future and everything. Yeah. So I think that's the best introductory game.
It is, and I feel like out of all the other Telltale games, Walking Dead probably has one of the best stories. But again, it's the first episode for Batman. I'm sure the story's gonna get better.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the game, like I was pretty excited to see what episode 2.
Okay.
Like they really set it up, and I'm really curious to see where this game goes on. And episode 2, I believe, should be dropping next month.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna do another review. So the next game that I played, No Man's Sky, which was probably like the most hyped game. I swear, like this is the most hyped game I've ever heard, because every time I went to IGN or GameSpot or my Facebook feed, like No Man's Sky,
nonstop about it.
All day, bro. Like you couldn't stop it. What do you know about No Man's Sky, man?
From what I know about No Man's Sky so far, the first thing I knew was just the name of the title.
That's it.
I just saw it off of like GameStop.com or Amazon and everything like that, but I never did much research into it until just recently. Just seeing how it's really just a freaking space odyssey.
Dude, it's fucking
That's
crazy.
what it is. You know what I mean? It's like freaking Galaxy Quest.
Laredo, take us out.
Excuse me?
They designed those controls after watching you. Take her out.
Right. Okay. Right. Take her out.
Okay, you gotta move to the right. More to the right.
Would you sit your
parallel.
ass down? Sit. Move. You want to drive this thing?
platformers and everything like that.
I mean, I feel like they hyped this game so much, and like even before the game came out, I'm like, I knew this game wasn't for me. I knew like.
But you still wanted to try it
I
out.
wanted to give it a try because like the whole premise is like there's like billions of galaxies. I mean, not planets, and you can go to any of these planets and you can mine resources and you can discover creatures and stuff.
So in a sense, it's like a galactic Minecraft.
Basically, except like
Better graphics.
pretty much. Except Minecraft is more like creative. You know what I mean? Like
I guess, okay.
You can create stuff in Minecraft. You can like make. I swear, if this game was more like Minecraft, I'd probably like it a lot more. Like I would love to go on a planet and just like build homes and build beds and shit. But it's Minecraft in the sense that you're mining for resources. And like you kind of need those, and you need those resources in order to like upgrade your ship and upgrade your guy. All these planets, as you fly to them, are being created randomly. I guess.
Very randomly.
Very
randomly. Just sprouts up.
It sprouts up. Again, like this is a game where if you're having like a hard day and you just want to like turn off your brain for a minute, this is the game that you want to. Like as much as this isn't a game for me. I'm still playing it just because sometimes work can be hard.
You're just giving it hope for yourself.
I'm just like, this is a cool place for me to be, so I can get away from the place I am now. You know what I mean? It's escapism, and not only is it escapism, like you're escaping to another planet. So if you get sick of this planet, you just go to another planet.
Okay. So is there like an actual like general idea to the game besides just again, fixing your ship, fixing your guy up, and then going to other planets? Is there an actual like quest or anything like that for the game?
Well, like the way I got like 3-4 hours into it. The way people have been talking about this game is there is something that you need to do. But as far as I can see, it's just going to this planet, mining more resources, upgrading your ship. And as far as like challenges, obviously if you're on a planet that's like really cold, you need to make sure that you find like a place to kind of warm up and head out. As you're mining resources, they have these sentinels, these robots, and they attack you because like their job is to protect the planet, like every planet. So if they see you mining resources, they feel like you're attacking their planet.
So in a sense, it's like illegal to like mine for.
Yeah, I guess. Or if you mine too much, they're gonna be like, nah, fuck that, bro.
Okay.
Like you ain't doing that shit here. So as far as challenges, like that's pretty much it. Playing it, I can't. Here's the thing: it's hard to review this game, man. Like it's not.
Because like it's a game, but in a sense, it's like not fully like.
It's not. There's not enough depth for me to be like, yeah, buy this game right now. Because it's a $60 game. If this was like, I don't know, 30.
$40. I think $40 would be like.
40, if this was like a $40 game, I'm like, yeah, buy it right now.
Yeah.
But like, it's a game that you really do nothing. I mean, it's cool to go to this planet, and it's cool to like go on your ship and fly and stuff like that part's cool, but as far as it being a game where I'm like, you need to buy this game, the story's incredible, the enemies are crazy, the boss fights are the best.
There's
like,
none of that.
There's none of that. You know what I mean? And as a gamer, like I want challenge, and there isn't enough there for me to be challenged.
Like you were really hoping that at least it'll be like an actual like small mission that you'd have to complete, even if it was like pretty quick.
Something like I'm like a story-based gamer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like freedom, and I like exploring, and I like figuring stuff out. But like I like to have a mission, and I like to find.
You have to have
ways.
that goal.
I need a goal.
You need that goal in mind, because in like games get played out in a sense after a long time.
Exactly.
Like if you're playing like The Sims, the reason why The Sims do so well is because of the fact that there's expansions and everything.
Right.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more expansions for No Man's Sky, but for the time being, like the reason why I'm not like playing it right now is because of the fact that
It's a
There's
60.
there's no story.
Yeah.
You know.
Here's the thing, like this game is a lot like The Sims, where it's like you do nothing. But I like The Sims because like
You gotta just let it develop.
yeah, I'm like I like seeing you see people grow up, you see people die, you start your family, you get a
It's
job.
like a movie.
Right. Like it's a lot like The Sims where like you do nothing. You know what I mean? But like I don't know, I like The Sims a lot better than I like this game.
So if you're comparing it to The Sims and No Man's Sky, you'd still ultimately
which I
pick.
feel like nobody's comparing this game
Like
to The
you'd
Sims.
ultimately pick The Sims.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah,
between The
right?
Sims and No Man's Sky, play The Sims. Although, even though those games have nothing in common whatsoever.
But I mean, the premise are kind of similar. You know what I mean?
Like, it's
'Cause, like
similar
The Sims, you're developing your character. Where No Man's Sky, you're developing your character. You
I
see?
guess.
But then this is more of a space version.
Right.
Whereas The Sims.
It's nothing like The Sims. It's nothing like The Sims. But play The Sims. So yeah, that's my review. Play The Sims.
Alright.
No, I'm joking. Like play. If it's on sale, check it out.
Try it out.
Check it
Maybe we get a demo.
Right. There's no demo, but if it's on sale, check it out.
All right.
So that's it.
That's No Man's Sky.